Hello everyone, welcome to the Xcode-Developer channel. In today's video we are going to see how we can add a custom fonts in SwiftUI applications. Here I have created a SwiftUI applications to show the famous codes and added a custom fonts to those codes. So let's see how we can add those custom fonts. So before diving into the code, so let me show you the websites from where you can download the free fonts. Here one of the my favorite website is Fontshare. You will find a bunch of fonts, custom fonts that you can use. And you can also refer the license. Most of these are the free, few might be the proprietary. You can check this license. And one of the also famous website for the fonts is Google Fonts. Here you will find a bunch of custom fonts and you can download it for the free. So in today's video I am going to use a bunch of them, and few of them are downloaded from Fontshare and few of you from the Google Fonts. So I will show how you can download the fonts. So let's search Cabin Sketch font. Here these fonts will look like this, and you can click on the get fonts and download all. And once download complete, it will download a zip file. Once you unzip, inside a zip it will have a fonts file with extension TTF, or maybe few with a OTF as well. So in this video I have downloaded, for this video I have already downloaded fonts array, Cabin Sketch, Nippon, Sprat and Tico, and few of them are with OTF extensions and few are with a TTF extension. So let's dive into the code. So I have created a basic skeleton of the apps. Here currently it is showing the Hello World apps, but I have also prepared a few custom views that we are going to use, and also a data model to create the UI. So but before going into the code, so let's see what are the steps we need to follow to add the custom fonts. So we need to add the fonts into our project targets, and then we need to mention those fonts in the plist file, and then we can use those custom fonts. So let's first add those fonts in the project. So let me create a separate group for those fonts. Inside these fonts, add these font files. So you can just drag and drop into the Xcode project, or you can select those fonts. So after selecting, just make sure that destinations, copy atom if needed is selected, added folder, create groups, and add to targets is selected. So now I have imported all those fonts. So in case if you miss to add the particular font in the target, you can again add from the inspector panel. Here you can select make sure that all fonts are added to the target membership. So the next part is, so we need to mention those fonts in the plist file. So go to the target setting, project setting, and then info plist, add a new key, and the new key name is font provided by the application. It will be an array, and inside array we need to mention all the font names with the extensions. So first is arraybold.otf, another is Cabin Sketch, here I have added all those fonts in the fonts provided by application key. So once you added the fonts, now let's see how we can create our app UI for the code applications. I have already created views and the data model. I will just walk you through those. So first I have created the code view model. Inside that it will have a code ID to make it identifiable, and a code text, author name, and then we will be setting the different code for each. We will be setting different font for each code. So I added a property for font name, and for each code we are showing a different background gradient. So I have also created a property for that. And the code providers, I have created a property for the codes, and on its initialization I am statically loading few sample codes. So I have just initialized the code with codes, author name, and font. Here I have set a different font for each name. So how we can get these fonts names? Currently we have downloaded this OTF file, but the font name might be a different then. So like in case of Teco variable font, this is the font name, but font family name, but its font name is like Teco light bold. So each font have a different family, like light, regular, bold, semi bold, italic. So we need to get those font name before that. So how we can go and get those now? So I will show the steps using which you can get the font names. So let me add a code in the init itself, so we will later delete it. So for font family in UI font families, family names, it will give all the list of family font families available on our device, and then for each family there might be a different font names based on each styles. So let's font name in UI font names for font family. So here we will first add a debug print to print font name family name, and another debug print for font name. So now let's run the app and check the debug console. So the app is running. So here you will find the bunch of pre-built fonts provided by the system are also available here, like font family name is American typewriter, and that typewriter there are again the American typewriter, light, semi-bold, condense, all these font family names. We actually need to use these names. So similarly we have added our own custom fonts like array, bold, Casbia. So let's check what's the font name available. So for the array font, there is only one font name available under this family, the array bold. And for the let's check for the Teco under the Teco family name, there are around five different variations available font names. So we will be using one of them. So I have listed these custom fonts names that we are going to use. So here from the debug console you can get the font names, and then we will be using. So let me delete as we don't need, as I have already jotted down the fonts name that we are going to use. So like the first these two steps we have performed. We have added the fonts, and then we added those font family names in the plist, and then we got one more steps, list on the font name, and then we have listed down the font names. And now we will see how quick walkthrough of the code that we are going to set up for the codes applications. So as we were in the code provider, here we have created a sample data for the codes, and I have already prepared a few views to make the branding code applications here. So let me stop the simulator and load the preview. Here this this view is created to show the Xcode-Developer channel branding view. It just loads image, channel branding image. So I think it's taking a time, maybe there is some issue with the preview. Yeah, it's loading channel preview. Then I have created another separate view for showing the font name, a card with a rectangular card with a white background with shadow and showing the font names. So I have passed the font name string, and then we are using the Z tags to show the rounded rectangle will be act as a background, and the text will be on top of that. And so this is how you can set the font, like whenever we pass the font name, like in this case font card, I am passing the font name as a Strat Bold, as this font is available downloaded, so it's showing that Strat Bold font. So again I have created a few more bunch views, like one for the gradient views, reusable, so user can pass the colors and those its linear gradient will be created. So and again I have created a code view to show the codes with author name and the code and its author names. So currently we have not applied the custom fonts. I have just showing the font with the title and the body. And then again I have created a tab view to make the UI scrollable. So here you can see, here we have used the tab view, and we have also set the tab view property as a page, so it will make a scrollable one. And to set and inside this tab view we have created a different codes, and by running the loop over all the codes available. And inside these codes we have just shown a V stacks with a spacer to make the codes at the center, and then the font card, and we have set the maximum width to infinity, max width and height to infinity, so it will occupy all the space available for device space width and height. and again then we have set the gradient as the background. So this is how we can say create the UI. So let's go to the content view and remove this default view and then add scrollable code view provider. And let's create here state object property with private var code provider and pass this code provider. I think there is an issue with my Xcode preview, so let's build it and run on a simulator. So now the UI part is ready, but the font is not yet applied on those codes, so let's add those fonts. So go to the code text view and remove this default font, these default fonts, and add font and use custom initializer with the name. Here we are going to use the name that is available in the code property. Dot font name and size will be 54 here, and again similarly we will set the font on the author as well. Dot custom font dot code dot font name and size will be 24. Here in the code we have already set the font name, and in the code provided I have set the different font name. Like for this I have set Spat Bold, and for the Steve Jobs code Cabin Sketch, for Elon Musk Array Bold, and like that different size. So now let's give a run on a simulator. Yeah, now the custom font is applied. Now let's see the different codes. Now this its codes is appear in a different custom fonts. Like this is the way how using which you can add a custom fonts in your applications. I hope you like this video, so do subscribe to our channel too and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.